Hello, everybody. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics coming to you live from my office fish room. And Darlene's in the house, Melvin's in the house. Hey, Lee Wilcox is in the house. And I know that Aquaballs was here, and Fishing Tantics, and Eleanor Erickson. And I want to thank Fishing Tantics for the super, what are that thing called? Super chat. And thank you all so much for joining me. I thought I'd get started early. Lord, look at the crowd. Come on in. Hello, Patrick Hardy and Danikin at Kenny at Danikin Aquatics. Is everybody hearing me okay? Audio, video check. And just help me out a little bit. Muppet 929's in the house. Melvin Reef is in the house. Good evening. Yes, everybody, welcome to the live stream. This is going to be a short live stream tonight, mainly because I didn't get the rest that I need, and my energy level is not where it needs to be for a whole hour. But if y'all get me going, I just might. Thanks, Eleanor, for the sound check. And Lee. It's all good sound and video. Yeah, I'm using the lapel mic, and just because it was sitting around and I didn't feel like putting headphones on tonight. Darlene, how are you doing? I was thinking of you before the stream, and I said, well, she's probably not going to make it because she has to work. And I have a very short memory, so I have no idea or remember what days you work on. But I want to say hi to everybody and remind you of tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is what can kill our aquarium livestock. And Danikin, I'm sorry for your losses. Believe me, I've had a heater go out and boil some breeding guppies that I had set for a breeding tank. And yes, hey Vanosky and Marie, how you doing? And y'all, I want you all to participate in the stream tonight, giving me some ideas. The main question is what can kill our aquatic life, whether it be fish, snails, shrimp, plants. Some people like Lee has aquatic frogs. You know, what could kill our livestock unexpectedly? And because everything can be going good, their tank is cycled, everybody's eating, everybody's swimming, and just being healthy little fishes. And then all of a sudden you wake up one morning, or this is one thing that I did not put in the description, but what about a busted tank and the water leaks out, and then you've got fish all over the floor flopping for their life? Hey, Joe Church, how are you doing tonight? Good to have you in the live stream. Monster Fish Gal, how you doing, Lori? And yes, Danikin, the dreaded heater goes bad. You know, it's one thing for a heater to go bad and stop heating and everything freeze in the tank, and then for it to overheat and actually boil our fish. So anybody else have any other ideas? City water. Yes, city water. Because they actually douse uh, their water plants twice a year, flushing their water lines, pouring in, sorry, I was getting a phone call from my daughter and it distracted me. What did Lee say? Lee said inappropriate tank mates. For some reason, our fish are picking on our frogs. Oh, Lee, I'm so sorry. Help, I can't take the frogs out just yet. That's so sad. I know you're probably not feeding your stock every day because of the deep sand bed, but maybe picking up on some of your feeding that would distract them from the frogs. Eleanor says, several years ago, I forgot to put dechlorinator in once. Good bacteria died overnight, and I was lucky I didn't lose any fish, but it was a close call. That is a close call, and I have done a water change and forgot to put dechlorinator in there, but I did lose fish. So these are some good answers. Overstocking and overfeeding. Very good. I was going to say, we can be the killers of our aquatic life, mainly for overfeeding, not doing water changes, not doing gravel vacs appropriately. What did you just say? Overstocking. Yes. And that can happen with live bearers, because live bearers can produce so many babies that you don't have adequate room. And then the waste that they put off adds ammonia. And actually, the beneficial bacteria can't keep up with the ammonia. And if you have live plants, also, the live plants put off waste like carbon dioxide. Hey Pam, Punchy Paints, how you doing tonight? And what's Melvin say? Unleft fish foods. Yep, the fish didn't eat it all, and so it spoils in the water column, causing an ammonia spike. Melvin also says, not putting in aquarium salt, especially for sensitive fish like neon tetras. Yes, you have to research your stock as to see whether they can handle aquarium salt or not. And Patrick Hardy, good evening. And Lee says, I will start feeding my fish again. That's it. When I can, in a day or two, take the frogs out. I have some equipment to put them in, tank and a heater and etc. That's awesome. And also give them a little coverage, even if it's a plastic plant instead of a live plant. Give them something to make them feel safe. Rocks, caves, anything they can hide in. Hello, Mike at Florida Fish Rescue. Hi, everyone. I'm on a business conference call, but I'm here lurking. Thank you so much. How about Mother Nature? According to Florida Fish Rescue, they've lost so much stock due to the winter storm that went through there, and also the lack of electricity to run their pumps. So yeah, we can lose electricity, and our fish suffocate from not having enough oxygen in their water. Lee says he can go ahead and put live plants in some bogwood and they'll love it. That's awesome, Lee. And I hope and wish your little froggies well. Fish and Tantics is back. Thank you for the super chat early in the show before we got started. Yes, Melvin is saying a power outage. Yep, mainly because filtration, water's not moving, oxygen's not being exchanged at the surface of the water column. This is good, Marie. Marie says, not quarantining new fish and other fish get sick. Most definitely. Get you a quarantine tank, have it on standby, and always put your new fish, new plants, always rinse your new plants. Some do alum dips, some do peroxide dips, some do bleach dips, but in some way, look over your new plants, rinse them well in bleach water or peroxide water, and rinse them in dechlorinated water before you introduce them into your aquarium. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to put them in a quarantine tank also, so that any snails or any fish, eggs, because I've brought in stock from an egg on plants before, and couldn't figure out where in the world that fish came from. Danikin says we also have lost fish to jumping out of the tank, not having adequate cover for jumpers. And I've lost one due to not closing the feeding hole on my lid. And Patrick Hardy said, Texas got hit bad. No water, no lights for 1 week here in Houston, Texas. And it also all of the small fish aquarium businesses. That's right. People can lose, you can lose aquarium life and plants due to power outages, low temperatures from winter storms. And that's really hard on businesses as well as the hobbyists. Hello, John Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics. Hey, Fish Fam, good to have you in the house tonight. We're discussing what can kill our aquatic life unexpectedly, and power outages. Darlene says not enough calcium for the snails. Yes, their shells will begin to crack and get brittle because they don't have enough calcium. So not having adequate mineral nutrients for your livestock, such as snails and shrimp and crayfish, creatures that molt, that need that extra calcium in that water column so that they can do a molt safely. And Marie says, or other pets decide to go fishing. Yes, like fur babies. Like cats going fishing, dogs going fishing. And I saw a picture the other day that they thought it was so cute that their snake and their angelfish were just staring at each other through the tank, but they had no idea that that snake was getting ready to eyeball that angelfish for a good snack. And let's see, Lee says, Darlene's tanks, I have 4 nerate snails and they are great. How do I give them calcium? You can add crushed coral to your filter or even directly into the tank through a sock or a stocking or a piece of tool that's tied up, or you can add in the cuttle bone from a bird that birds chew on, break it up. Eggshells, you can crush up white eggshells to add calcium. Anybody else have any ideas? Yes, John, everybody's doing well. Not checking the tank perimeters. That's right. Even after you cycle your tank, before water change is a good idea to do some water testing and check the perimeters of your aquarium, because you could have high nitrates, you could have high ammonia and nitrites and not know it, and you didn't do large enough water change. So that's really good. Everybody's got some really great ideas. Patrick says it's rare here in Houston. Snow, ice, cold. We never get this type of weather down here. In northern Texas, yes. When you're used to hot weather in the hundreds plus. Wow. Yeah, unusual weather conditions. Those are acts of God. Oh, also, Kenny says wonder shells for calcium. Thank you, Kenny. I forgot about the wonder shells. And Marie also said Tums, no flavor. I've put the flavored ones in there too, and they love it. Fish and Tactics says, I add water to empty milk jugs. Use that to add to their tank sometimes. Yeah. You still want to dechlorinate it if you're on city water, but if you're on a well or RO system or anything like that, you don't need to dechlorinate that I know of. So any other ideas? I have to go look in my description to see if I added something else. Oh, it's not in this description. It's in this one. I'm going to copy it and paste it. I'm going to paste it here. What can kill our aquatic life unexpectedly? Overfeeding, the wrong temperatures, either too cold or too hot, heaters, we've already discussed heaters, and water chemicals, chemistry. How about soap on our hands? A lot of times we don't realize that we didn't rinse our hands well enough. And Patrick says, do you think lava rock causing green hair algae? Lava rock doesn't cause green hair algae. It does. It's great for beneficial bacteria to grow on, but I'm not really sure. Does anybody else know about the lava rock causing green hair algae? It's got to be nutrients in the water column, cleaning the tanks with soapy water, or other chemicals harmful to your aquatic life. Yes, and even the tools that you use, like your gravel vac and different things like that, you want to bleach them out and rinse them with dechlorinated water. Yep, Patrick says good old soap will kill you anything in your fish tank. And Lee is talking to Daniken. I get through a lot of eggs. I love them. How do I prepare the shells for my snails and tank? That's a good question too, Lee. I know just regular rinsing them and drying them out, leave them setting and dry. And then some people have used food processors to actually crush the shells up into a powder, and then, putting that in your aquarium filter or in your aquarium in a filter media sock or something like that. Hey, Xanadude, how you doing? Hello, all you fabulous fish fam folks. Good to have you with us. And Lori, thanks again for joining us and helping out with the links. And my mods, I appreciate you. And don't forget, if you're not a member of the Susan for SLC Aquatics, you can click the join button. And there's two levels. There's a fry level for $1.99 a month to support me and the hard work that I do in live streaming, bringing you edited material from time to time. And for my members, I've got my sports cam right here, guys, and I'm getting ready. I've got my minnow trap, and the other stream, y'all gave me some ideas of how to bait the minnow trap. Actually, on Brandon's channel, Maple Street Aquatics, he gave me some ideas on how to bait the minnow trap. And I do have to get a large net, but I'm going to use what nets that I have, and a 5-gallon bucket, and the 29-gallon tank. I'm going to break it down and spread my mystery snails out, and I'm going to put in some real substrate from out of the creek, but I'm going to treat it with a anti-parasite quarantine before I add any livestock to it. Marie says green hair algae is too much light or too bright of a light, and some other tubers said to do more water changes. Yes, and you want to actually hand remove as much hair algae as you can without damaging your plants. And even Rachel O'Leary, I saw that she had a green hair algae outbreak in one of her tanks, and she allowed it to grow on the hardscape, but not on the plants. I'm going stickleback collecting soon, Susan. You are, Kenny. That's cool. I'll be looking forward to that video as well. Melvin says leaving the lights on all day and all night will grow green hair algae on the lava rocks and the white sands. But I don't think that the lava rocks actually causes the green hair algae. You brought it in on something like a plant, or it could be the minerals content of your water that is actually, along with maybe too much food and too much light. Just do you some water changes, cut back on your feeding a little bit, and time the lights back an hour or two more. Hit the like button. It's free. Thank you, Darlene. And the second level of membership is $3.99, and that's the juvenile level. And you can start and stop that membership at any time, but it does allow you some little perks that nobody else gets to see. And sometimes you get to see the early release of a video before anybody else does. Thank you for sharing my website. Don't forget, the website is slc-aquatics.org, and it is a community website. You can join as a free member there to get perks like going into the forum and asking questions, getting answers to any questions that you may have when we're not on live. And other fish keepers that have joined can also help answer some of those questions who have more experience than I do. Thank you for my Teespring. This t-shirt is one of the Teespring t-shirts with the big logo. Also on the Zazzle is a polo shirt with the logo here on the left shoulder. And I have my Teespring hoodie that has the logo on the left shoulder as well. And this is fleece lined. It's a zipper, very heavy duty zipper. The hood has some strings to tie. It's a very comfortable and lightweight hoodie. And Melvin says something about the brown hair algae grows on rocks and plants, etc. too. Yes, sometimes the brown hair algae shows up early in the cycle, and it's just every aquarium that I've ever seen and ever started up does have some type of brown algae, and then it eventually goes away as the beneficial bacteria increases. What's Lee saying? I have a pestle and mortise, so just crush them and put them in a stocking sock. I have some of those, not for my feet, for carbon pellets. I'm not quite sure there, Lee. Anybody else help Lee out? Feel free to help him out. He also has green, brown, and now black, but my little baby 3-inch bristlenose pleco takes care of it. And I have 4 of them, and they are just workers as cleaning. I adore them. That's awesome, Lee. Yeah, those bottom dweller bristlenose plecos are excellent for helping with algae. Darlene also is sharing my Zazzle store. Thank you so much. And Lori, thank you. Sharing. You can reach me on Instagram and also on Facebook, SLC Aquatics Facebook page. But let's see, what else did I put in the chat? So how about parasites? A lot of times, unexpectedly, a good stock of fish will all of a sudden start showing signs of internal parasite infestation. Hey, Mismatched Socks, how you doing, everybody? Good to see you, sweetheart. Thank you and welcome to the live stream. We're discussing things that could kill our livestock unexpectedly, like a heater goes bad. Our city water company can spill too much chemicals into the water that we're not familiar with. My Fish Tanks Aquatics, hey, welcome to the live stream. Overfeeding, bullies in the tank, fish jumping, overfeeding, not testing our water chemistry, and what else? I know there's some things we haven't thought of. I said parasites or bacterial infections. Your fish can get hole in the head, a fungus. How about introducing plants? Introducing something new into the aquarium, even a piece of decoration or a rock or stick from outside. Oh, Lee's got one baby from the plecos. I named her Sprite. 2 black males and 1 male albino and a female albino. They just came to me that way, but we have a 1-inch baby. They just did it. Awesome. Congratulations. I just love it when our tanks reproduce and let you know that they're happy and that they're in conditions for breeding. What's Darlene say? Using the same net on different tanks, cross contamination. Yes, most definitely. We can cross contaminate, taking an infected net without sterilizing it and using it on another aquarium. So we're cross contaminating, spreading unknown disease, bacteria, and parasites sometimes within our fish. So yes, again, we can be the culprit for unintentionally killing our aquatic life unexpectedly. So yes, these are some very, very good. Oh, let me put this one up. Mismatched Socks says, or a toddler helping. Hasn't happened to me yet, but I'm sure it's a matter of time. Just have the gravel vac ready, the water change, the python, get ready to scoop out as much food as you can. And hopefully it's food they're putting in there and not something chemically dangerous. Water temperature, that's right. The temperature of the water not being correct for the livestock. Some livestock require warmer temperatures, some require cooler temperatures. I just advised a young man about keeping goldfish and koi without a heater. He had a heater. He thought they required warm temperatures, and I said, no, those are cold water fish. So hopefully I helped save some fish with that suggestion. I know Rachel O'Leary tells us how she almost, I think she did lose her whole fish room from cross contamination. So, Patrick, most likely. Lee says to Mismatched Socks, I didn't try to breed them. I think that is the key. Leave them be and don't try. We are so shocked when we saw him or her Sprite. That's true. That is exciting. Yeah, that's when I first discovered my first peppered koi cat. I said, there's a little teeny tiny dinosaur in the substrate. But great. Is there anyone else that would like to come up and talk about a situation that happened in your fish room? Because you can come up and join me tonight if you want to. I'm sharing the link in chat. So I've only been going about 25 minutes. So Patrick, mad crazy ex-girlfriend. Many years ago, one of my ex poured beer into my all of my aquariums, and when I got home, I was like, what the H? I am so sorry. Hate crimes. That is beyond our control. God have mercy on them. So I talked about some white coal. Mary Page is in the house. Hello, Mary Page. I hope you're doing well. Love you, love you. This is a good one too, Lee. Too frequent water changes, messing with the sponges, messing with the substrate, and just messing with the tank will cause a mess. I've done that. Is that called over cleaning and killing the beneficial bacteria? Yes. I had a relative whose husband thought he was helping her take care of the tank by washing the filter media out till it was white, spick and span underneath the kitchen sink spigot. And I said, no, that's why your fish are dying. He's killing the beneficial bacteria. Looky here. Melvin says, yes, with goldfish, especially on hot summer days, heaters and a hot attic is a disaster waiting. It will cook them like a hot stove. So true. So there are a lot of things as fish keepers, hobbyists, and businesses and breeders that we can all discuss about what can kill our stock, whether intentional or unintentional, equipment failure, natural acts of God, and equipment failure, acts of God, us learning as hobbyists how to care for our fish properly, and learning more research. I think we need to do more research sometimes before we keep our livestock, and don't just do impulse buying, because you'll get home with a fish and you don't really have the conditions to keep them alive. Lee here is, when I first started, I put my sponges through our washing machine. Good as new. What an idiot. No, don't. You're not an idiot. I'm just repeating what he said. But no, that's a learning experience. Looky here. Draining all the water out of the tank. That will definitely kill something. Yes. Oh, Mary Page says, I was always so excited when I get to catch you, Susan. You are my favorite. Hey, and me, and you are superheroes in Jack and Dan's tank. How awesome is that? He named the fish after us. Thank you, Daniken. Oops, not done, Marie says. So I thought I had white cloud minnow babies, but they were Bosemani rainbow fry, and they are now 6 months old and are in a heated tank. Congratulations. How did that mix up happen? Oh my goodness, Marie. So we're looking forward to getting together and seeing some more episodes of the Tennessee Aquarium Mafia guys. I think they're getting ready to do some swapping or fish room trips. Hello, Aqua Balls again. Thanks, Daniken. Oh, that is so cute. And he lost some fish, I'm telling you, due to a malfunction on a heater. And I've had fish die from a heater overheating for the first time in 6 years. Hello, George. That's Aqua Balls. Welcome to the stream, dear. We're talking about what can kill our aquatic life unexpectedly. Natural disasters, tornadoes, hurricanes, winter storms, power outages, equipment failure, not dechlorinating our water. Hey, T-Bones, how are you doing? Everybody say hi to T-Bones and Aqua Balls. And awesome. So I said soap and detergents. And also, if you do use bleach and white distilled vinegar to clean your aquariums and your filters out before you use them, you want to do a good dechlorinated rinse before actually adding water, because those chemicals, peroxide and bleach, can leak back out into the water column because you didn't do a good rinse. Also, what about our substrates? Some people don't rinse their substrates. Some do rinse their substrates. And like me, I'm getting ready to set up a natural aquarium with substrate out of the creek. I already know, because of prior experience, and poor Father Fish has been going through this lately, introducing parasites into the water column and then introducing your fish to those parasites, because you can't always see them with your naked eye. Goliad Farms, have you guys been watching Mr. Charles with an inspiration getting through that Texas ice storm? Yes. And also the Florida fish rescue. Yes, I've been watching both of them, and we discussed, natural disasters that's beyond our control. But then there's things that we can control, like water changes and cycling, and not overstocking, not overfeeding, not over cleaning, checking your equipment on a regular basis to make sure you have a thermometer in your aquarium, because you can catch your temperature going up before it overheats if you watch for it. And a lot of times it happens when we've gone to bed and wake up the next morning. Aquaball says, I have a problem when the drunk friend coming over later at night. Yeah, you probably need to put a lock on your fish room to keep your drunk friends out of the fish room. No bueno, my friend. Yep, Mary Page. And we have to deal with toddlers and toddler grandchildren and toddler children, and those who mean well, who want to help, and they don't understand that there's Patrick says he still has a bad dream. I'm so sorry, Patrick. Hopefully that will stop. Lee says, don't let them in. Hi, John Larson. How are you doing? And Leslie Aquatics, welcome to the live stream tonight. Our topic tonight is discussing what can kill our aquarium livestock unexpectedly. And sometimes it's us, and sometimes it's things beyond our control. Yeah, it's locked up in your garage. Only you have the keys. Great, George. Oh, hey, Florida Fish Rescue. Okay, the conference call is over. What did I miss? Susan, will you start over, please? Okay, so we took suggestions on things that could kill our livestock unexpectedly. Some of it's natural disasters. Some of it is things that we do as hobbyists that we do. Sometimes it's equipment failure. So do you want to chime in here, Mike, and let us know what you say. The chemicals, soaps, detergents, not having quarantine tanks, not having the right temperature, the right environment for your stock. So research it, make sure that you can maintain that environment to help with your healthy fish. And I know most of our fish are adaptable to what we have, but there are certain species that if you don't have certain conditions, certain water, alkalinity or acidity, certain temperatures, whether hot or cold, that would cause your fish to die. Okay, Darlene says, I hate when people tap on the glass of my tanks, or should I say bang on them. Oh, that's not good either, because that can kill our fish or stress them out, and then they get disease. What's Lee saying? I have had to take out insurance for when our grandkids come to stay, just in case they smash my tanks when we move. Oh my goodness. The things you have to think of. True though, I'm not kidding. I hate that. I really hate that. You need help, but sometimes there's certain help that you really can do without. Hi Patty, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the live stream. Good to have you with us. I know I've probably missed a few people. Okay. Mike at Florida Fish Rescue says, I have an unexplained mass death happening right now and have absolutely zero explanation. All right. Tell us again what you went through that caused all of that death. Was there a tropical storm? Was there maybe something in the air, some kind of chemical in the air? Was there pesticides, pesticides, hairspray, perfume, okay, nail polish, body sprays? I hate to hear that for you, honey. Aquaballs, George says, I got one. Don't ever put anything in your aquarium if you don't know where it came from, like I did one time. I put salt my friend gave me, and after 20 minutes, my fish were dying. That's a shame. That's a good point. I've bought aquariums with used equipment and chemicals before, and I did not think that I should have thrown that salt out instead of using it. That's a good point. Lee says, I buy a roll of bubble wrap and cover my tanks whenever anyone comes to stay from now on. Bless your heart. Check your water perimeters. Yes, Darlene said that. Marie said that. Yes, Muppet says, oh no. Yes, I am sorry to hear that, Mike. Use a tub or bucket that you only use for your tanks and nothing else. Wash your hands if you put your hands in. Yes, very good. All of these are good points. Mike, you said you collected stuff from the beach. Huh. Did anyone remember? Hit the thumbs up for Susan. Thank you so much, Mary Page and Darlene. Mary Page says, Susan, I still haven't made it home yet, but I appreciate your kindness and I will soon. All right. You just let me know. And if you need any help and assistance, don't be ashamed to ask. Is anything from the beach in the Florida Fish Rescue tank? Patty says. Mike says, nada. Did a water change day before yesterday using my RO filter. My only guess is that the carbon filter failed and did not remove the chlorine. All right. That can happen. Thank you, Pam. John says, my 20-gallon in the bedroom, my barbs kept dying. I changed to Molly's, no loss for 2 weeks. Same water, same everything. I don't know enough about species to make that comparison, John. The type of barbs makes a difference. How many barbs, how many mollies, stock ratio. Okay, so Florida Fish Guy Mike says, I added a water conditioner and tested all the other parameters. Different tank, not the salt tanks. Okay. Fingers crossed, and we hope everything comes out okay and that you stop having die-off. And we hope that that is the culprit right there. But I thought, okay, yeah, your RO filtration, carbon and everything has to be fresh. You do have to change it every once in a while, don't you? My fast thinking saved my fish. Sorry about that. With a quick 59% water change after the salt incident, and I only lost a few fish. Good thinking, George. And good point. Again, like I said. T-Bone says, I have the heater switched off in my tanks, and one of my tanks is sitting on about 31 degrees Celsius or around 89 degrees Fahrenheit. What can I do to cool it down? It is summer in Australia. You can put water bottles in the freezer and allow them to, cool off. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that will be shocking or not. Mary Page says, right, Susan, my fish room is in my bedroom, and I have to be careful because that's where I also get ready to put my makeup and that kind of stuff. You just never know what can hurt our little fish friends. That's right. And when we do any kind of pesticide, I shut my fish rooms off and I tell the technician not to spray in those rooms. Or if the room does need sprayed, I will cover all of my tanks with blankets. I will turn the filters off. And when they're gone, I wait like 4 hours before I turn things back on. Yep, you can lose beneficial bacteria, but I'd rather lose beneficial bacteria than allow that chemical to get into my aquariums. And then, like I said, if he did spray in the room, I'm going to go through my filters and cut open the filter media. And I should, but I don't always, empty out the old carbon, put in some fresh rinsed carbon, and turn the filters back on. Yeah, it does make us mad and hurt our hearts when we're the culprit, but it is learning episodes. And yep. Mike, I wish you the best. Please keep us posted. Let's see, what else have I missed? Florida, oh no, he lost 11 flower horns, but so far after the water conditioner, no new deaths. I'm so sorry to hear that. Lee says, yes, a frozen bottle of water, a small bottle, but not ice cubes. Twitter post, hello, good to have you with us tonight. I moved a bluegill into my room, but there are lots of windows. How can I keep algae down? Thanks. You can put, let's see. You can wrap your aquarium on 3 sides with black. You can paint 3 sides of your aquarium. You probably don't need a light over the aquarium. And then you can put some blackout curtains. How large of an aquarium do you have that bluegill in? Those are my suggestions. Anybody else got any suggestions for Twitter posts? Mary Page says, I also have dogs and cats, and I have to treat them for fleas once a month. You have to make sure that you don't get any of those chemicals on your hands because they go systemic. Very true. If you have fur babies and treating with flea and tick medicines. Aquaball says, also research about the species you're buying before you buy them and take them home, then finding out that you can't feed them or have them in your water perimeters. That is so true, George. Very, very true. It never goes unappreciated. We appreciate the fact that it's important to do research before you buy. If you're rescuing something, you just take a chance to try to help it out. Okay, anybody else? My tank is 50 gallons, and thank you for your advice. That I would, since, some people's rooms have so much light in them and large windows that you can't cover the windows. I understand. So cover the tank. And you can paint 3 sides of the aquarium. That will help. And then put a light on top of the aquarium on a timer that will control the amount of light that your tank actually does get. Hello, Scott's Aquatics. Welcome in the house and congratulations again on, is it 300 subscribers? Congratulations. Mike says, yes, it hurts. Thank you. Weird. Had another emergency with a dragon goby at the same time. He's fine, but seems like these things always happen at the same day. Oh, it can get overwhelming, I know, because I thought I got rid of Camellianus worms, and then when they came back in my 55 with my angelfish, it was like, I need to give up, but I didn't. And I was able to save that angel's life and its tank mates and its partner to where they had 30 spawns of angelfish. I didn't get everybody to live, but they still spawn at least 30 plus times. Leslie Aquatic says, I was doing a water change on my small outdoor pond with a hose that was sucking water out with a pump. I walked away and left the hose in the pond, and it sucked up my favorite goldfish. Oh, I'm so sorry, Leslie. I'm so sorry. Lee says, we are taught in that water has 3 states. Not true. In physics, water has 9 states. For fish, the most dangerous is when water goes from 46 degrees Celsius plus and less than 33 degrees Celsius for fish. We know ice, water, and steam. That's true. Thank you, Lee. Twitter post says, I'm definitely going to change my curtains to blackout. The cats scratched the other ones up. Oh, no. I know about that, too. Everybody is really giving some good advice here tonight. And sorry about the losses. Back to doing another water change. All right, Mike. God bless you. Best wishes. Marie says, did you hear about some moss balls that are plagued with the zebra mussel? Yes, that was in last week's discussion. You can go back and read about, you know, how to get rid of them. And, you know, I don't have any moss balls and I haven't bought any. I actually have them forming in my tanks naturally out of green hair algae. And, but I don't know about whether or not that industry's been shut down. And, but we did discuss it some, Marie, last week. So you can go back and look at last week's, because Florida Fish Rescue asked us to discuss it, and we did. So for time's sake, honey, I'll just refer you back to last week's stream. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Thank you, mods, for posting the links to people's channels. Anthony's fishy friends. How you doing, Anthony? Lurking while driving. I am getting ready to close down. You all were able to help me get some energy where I could stay with you guys tonight. Depending on salinity and temperature, water becomes a gel, non-Newtonian. Again, depending on salinity at 46 degrees Celsius, water becomes completely different again. Quicksand sucks you in. Wow. Yeah, you can look at the TDS meter, and that one tank, the one pond outside that was almost 900 TDS. Hello, Priscilla. Still at work, but lurking. Thank you for joining us tonight. You can feel the thickness of the water when it's got a lot of trace elements in it. And I don't know, I don't think I did a water chemistry on it, but I bet you the nitrates were off the scale. Yep, and the aquarium hobby's going to be the blame for it, Patrick said. I don't think so, Patrick. I don't know where it originated from, but there's some things we just, even if we get blamed for it, we don't have to take the blame. You know what I mean? We can be responsible to educate the hobbyist on how to get rid of the zebra mussels and how to stop it from spreading. And so they are suggesting using bleach. So you would have to actually remove your stock, set up a new aquarium, and actually destroy any moss balls that you find infected. But I wouldn't if I don't see any. Just watch. You know, it does cause a scare, but let's just be responsible and step up to the plate and hit it out of the hit a home run with education and responsible extermination of those mussels. I can't think of the words because y'all have got me. I'm tired. But you know, just let's step up to the plate. Let's be responsible. Let's take charge. Let's educate and let's destroy the menace and keep going. And we can do it together with the right attitude. Mary Page says, we live in a neighborhood in Virginia. Another thing I think about is they come through our neighborhood and spray with mosquitoes, and I had to be careful to keep my windows closed. I think about that also because my ponds are on the front porch, But so far, it's not caused any issues with my ponds. Let me see what Lee says. For ponds, birds and animals get their fair share of fish. Yep. Here's what Lee says. He said, you got it. You can feel the water and what it is, salt or alkaline. Your hair will be different when you travel from place to place, when you wash it and skin and so much more. That's true, Lee. Let's see here. Mary Page is sharing Lori's amazing channel and all her beautiful fish, also her most recent amazing videos. Thank you, Mary Page. And John says, I absolutely love this live stream. I will make it my weekly go-to from now on. Thank you so much, John. I'm trying so hard to bring issues to the table that we all can benefit from, the beginner, the intermediate, because I'm still beginner intermediate. I'm not a pro. I'm not an expert on anything, but I can tell you how to kill fish and I can tell you how to keep them. And I can tell you how to do it on a budget. Make it work. Thank you, John. God bless you. What did Darlene say? Mary Page, that's bad for summer tubbing. Yes, it is. Thank you, T-Bone Fishes, for the $3 super sticker. It is a dancing, it's a pair blowing kisses. Thank you so much, T-Bone's Fishes. I appreciate that. And John Larson says, if they were transferred to your tank via a moss ball, you would have to remove all of the fish and bleach the entire tank, and the snails would get into your substrate. Yep, destroy your substrate, throw it away, put it in a barrel and burn it if you can, because you don't want it to get even into the water table within your land, your yard, or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully you can put your fish in a tank that's already cycled. If not, you're going to have to squeeze out some filter media from another filter, hopefully not with the moss balls. You're doing great, Susan. Thank you, John. You're one of the most best-hearted people in our community. Love you and God bless. That's right, John Oliver, and he is talented not only with fish, but with his other job too. Check him out. But I want to say thanks to everyone for being with me tonight. Thank you for your input. We can't do this alone. We've got to have participation. And if y'all have any other subjects that you'd like to talk about, let's talk about it. Shoot me an email, leave a comment on this video. And thank you, Mary Page. And again, thanks everyone for the super chats, T-Bones and Fishing Tantics. And if anybody wants to join and become a member, don't forget to click that join button, become a member of the channel, help support me, and look forward to the member perks that are coming up with my action camera. Soon I will be going into my creek and filming, and not sure if it's going to be live or not. I would like it to be live, but God forbid anything should happen while I'm in the creek. A 62-year-old falling over in the creek is not going to be, well, it would probably get a lot of views and a lot of laughs, but thank you. Again, this is Susan with SLC Aquatics, touching lives one fish at a time. God bless you, and see you hopefully next week.